This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with VTerrillHill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.
My people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are well. I hope you're good. I hope you're pouring out the spout where the glory comes out. Welcome to Safe Space with VTerrillHill. I come live Tuesday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to the show. We got an interesting topic today. We're going to be talking about Charlie Kirk. As you all know, he was violently murdered this afternoon around 3 o'clock. I was doing a tarot card session for a client while it's about to jump on Bridging the Gap with the Hills with my parents. And right before I was about to hit the play button to record their session, the breaking news came up, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is messy. So those of y'all that don't know, I follow politics in my personal life a lot. I don't talk about it a lot on this channel or any of my channels, but I follow it personally really strong. So I knew it was going to be on some BS when I saw that thing. Then I saw the video, regardless of I'm not even talking about Charlie Kirk right now. And I saw the video, blood gushing. It was disturbing. I don't know if I wanted to see that, I think social media, there used to be a time that AI would block some of this stuff out, but the social media sites have been bent to the ear of a certain group in America, at least, that feels like we've gone too soft. We ought to be able to say what we want to say. And that's cool and all, until someone's life is being splattered all over the place. And then there's no one to stop it, no one to take it down. And that is a result of a lot of the reason, in my opinion, a lot of that is the result of, it's also a result of Charlie Kirk being murdered. Be honest with you. Rhetoric matters. Rhetoric matters. Rhetoric matters. And before we even get to Charlie Kirk, I try to extrapolate, I think that's the word I want to use, universal principle and lessons out of all of this for me. And the biggest lesson that I could get out of today is rhetoric matters. All this internet war and beefing and all this stuff, it has its place. Come on now, it's a good time. Y'all know this channel we had our nicknames for everybody and and all that kind of carrying on. I'm still sure they have their nicknames for me. I wouldn't know. I'm pretty sure they have not resigned them. But everybody should know that's watching me or hate to watch me. Rhetoric matters sooner or later. From the presidency down to the person that is disenfranchised economically and homeless. What you say has a cost. And it seems as though in the world, not just America, that cost hasn't been, the invoices seemingly have not been submitted for a lot of words. Seemingly that people are being able to get away talking out the side of their neck, no pun intended. But invoices are coming clearly. And it's not the first time, because at the same time this was happening, there was another school shooting. I don't even know if y'all caught that breaking news, because it happened on the heels of the Charlie Kirk breaking news. So a school shooting, a political commentator being murdered, rhetoric matters. And I hope that we all know that. And if you are not willing to write the check, if you're not willing for the check to be cashed, don't write it. Walk away, even in your personal lives. And we're going to get into it, but since I'm saying this, even in your personal lives, don't be rolled up in folks' face if you don't mean it. Stop stoking your... Is somebody... Lord, I'm sorry. I can't answer that. That's... Sorry. Hold on. Let me tell this person I am so sorry. Can I message you in about... Hold on, y'all. About an hour and a half. I forgot I was on, I had my contractor website open for tarot card readings. Excuse me. But if you know your cousin, you and your cousin been beefing and it's starting to escalate, shut it down. You and your oldest daughter, y'all always got something to say and she pushing it to the limit, shut it down. And I don't shut it down don't mean being more violent than her. You're the grown-up. Your neighbor, your coworker, shut it down. Because rhetoric matters, point blank and period. Yes, Creepy, don't let your mouth write a check that you can't cash. Foundational Black American proverb. All right? Okay. Now, y'all have to forgive me. I'm not in my normal cut-up mood because I feel strongly about American politics. I feel strongly about where Black America is because of it, the BS of it all. I feel strongly about how I've seen Black Christian Americans talking about his rhetoric wasn't good, but he was still our brother in Christ. Don't piss me off today. As safe of a space as I want this to be, don't do that to me right now, okay? I'm not that mature yet, okay? I'm not that mature. Don't Unless y'all like to see me cut up. Now, if you get a kick out of me seeing me cut up, put it in the comments. But if you want me to stay on this peaceful track I've been on for almost 2 months, please don't put that in the comments today. Because and let me just say this, like, it's hard to show empathy. And let me say this, don't let people gaslight you. We do not live in an empathetic society. We are not currently in an empathetic culture. And let me put you on some game. You do not bring a butter knife to a civil war. Because while they want you to be empathetic, they're already concocting some kind of message to justify another policy and or executive order to lock up those that look like us. Do not bring a butter knife to a civil war. If we lived in a different kind of nation, a different kind of country, then there is room, there is space to be empathetic. But you never be empathetic to someone that will chop your, come on, at the drop of a dime will make a decision to harm you. There is no space for empathy. Have you not seen the movies in Hollywood? There is no space for empathy when the person that's asking for empathy wouldn't even blink before they made a decision to take you out. When that is that person, you got one job and one job only. You take them out before they take you out. And if you don't, you're not that smart. I got a problem with the fact that he was allowed to tout himself as a Christian, a lover of Christ. The Christ who said the greatest law is to love the Lord your God with all your heart and to love your neighbor as yourself. And no voice, while it's prophesying about people dying and prophesying about trains collapsing and colliding, no prophetic voice had a word for him to say, you are not the example of Jesus Christ. I got a problem with it all. I got a problem with the fact that America will bypass the blood stain of young children in school, but drop the flag at half mast till Sunday for a simple white man. I got a problem with it all. There is a problem in America, and believe it or not, y'all might think I'm putting on. I'm sorry. But believe it or not, the root of the problem got her foot in the Christian church. And until the Christian church at large look inward, racism will never, ever truly be confronted in America. Because there is a difference between the God that the black person call and the God the white one call. Oh, there's a big difference. And if you want to be all kumbaya, get shot and see what happens. Get stopped by a simple seatbelt infraction and move too quick and get shot and see if that white Christian brother call the same God you call. Okay. All right. All right. So a lot of the reason why we have the president that we have right now, and we got a man named Charlie Kirk who said the Second Amendment, that it is okay for certain people to be taken out by guns to protect the Second Amendment. and was currently, when his life was taken, spouting dog whistles about racism, about black people in America, gang violence, is because of his Christian beliefs from the Bible, the Christian Bible, and the Christ that Christian follows. So unless you are willing to take your head out of the sand and realize that just because they said that I accept the Lord as my personal Savior and he died on the cross, tear, 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 jerk, 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 don't mean that they are your brother and sister. Leave me and my platform the hell alone, because you don't got no space over here. It ain't safe for you. You're going to get on my nerves. It ain't safe for you. And you know why it ain't safe for you? Because you ain't safe for me. Because you're the same person that will look at me and tell me I'm an abomination because I like men. You ain't safe. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm not like everybody else. At the moment that I realize that you're not safe for me, I'm taking you out. Out. There ain't no empathy for the enemy. Where? Y'all ain't never seen me do that. Because that's the society and the culture we live in. All right. Praise the Lord, everybody. How y'all doing? I just had to get that off my chest. Now, I'll be doing a more polished video on SafeSpace TV. It'll drop 12 noon tomorrow. A more polished video of what I'm saying right now. But this is the live version, you know? Now, at the same time, if you naturally are an empathetic person and you feel empathy, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be conscious, I might add or suggest, about your empathy. Be very conscious that you are being empathetic, not because you're supposed to, but because that is natural for you. I feel a certain degree of empathy. I do, because that is who I am as a person. But my empathy does not whitewash the ignorance of the person I'm having empathy for. And if empathy means I have to be ignorant, then that's not empathy. Empathy does not mean ignorance. I can be full knowing that man was a racist, ignorant bigot that should have never been platformed unless he's in a nation that is full of racism and bigotry, and be like, God dog. God dog. God dog. That's bad. All right. Yes, Kaya, there ain't no empathy for the enemy. No, enemy? Empathy? The whole Bible is based on taking enemies out. What? Yes, Prayera Carrington. The TBN network made him a martyr. Sad, a supposedly Christian television, cable network station. But see, that's the thing that I feel like has not been addressed. All of these very opinionated speakers and preachers of the gospel, why haven't anyone addressed that when Donald Trump came on the scene 2015 up till now, there has been a clear divide in the quote unquote body of Christ? That's why what Isaac Curry did with Norman was dangerous. It's deeper than just who's singing, how they singing, different point of views. They were parroting anti-black rhetoric that's making it extremely dangerous to exist in America. But because it's wrapped in the love of Jesus, we refuse to see it. There should have been a strong line drawn in the sand between preachers that were MAGA, that black people used to patronize, and preachers that were not. There should have been a strong line drawn in the sand. Paula White, John Hagee, Jensen Franklin, what's my man in Raleigh? I'm about to say Stennis Powell. No, that ain't him. Patrick Wooden has been allowed. Come on now. Patrick Wooden is a part of Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk is a part of Patrick Wooden. There ain't no difference. Come on now. And we have been complicit, allowing these people to preach the quote unquote gospel of Jesus Christ in the pulpit and allow him to walk amongst the largest black Pentecostal denomination in the world free without any apprehension at all. There is a problem in the body of Christ. It is ridiculous that man is still the bishop in the Church of God in Christ, unless nobody want to talk about the elephant in the room. Because as soon as we talk about that, we got to address the gospel. We got to go back to seminary and theology and read it again and understand what have we gotten ourselves into. All right. Mike Murdoch, right. That is a real thing. That's a real thing. There is a black gospel singer. All right, let me just stop. So that is my problem with this. That is my frustration with this. To be honest with you, what I'm saying should be said over every Bible study right now. Black, this is more important than God darn Target. We fighting the enemy without, and we ain't even boycotting the enemy within. There should have been a clear divide in the gospel music industry. There should be no reason that a Norman Guyoffia, however, no disrespect to his last name, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll just say Norman G could have said those anti-black dog whistles on a gospel platform and gotten away with it unless we are asleep at the wheel. And the question I present to you is, what put us to sleep? All right. Exactly. That white man and white woman that go to Elevation, that white man or white woman that go to Transformation in Oklahoma is not guaranteed to be your brother and sister, even if they are a member of your favorite preacher. That white pastor that sounds Pentecostal, preach Pentecostal, and every year he come to the convocation and tear the church up and prophesy accurately is not guaranteed to be your brother and sister. I need to go deeper. That black, all right, man ain't guaranteed to be your brother and sister. You better ask. You better check. I had someone I looked up to, white lady. She's responsible for me going to Africa and Romania for mission projects. Used to follow her up until today. She always got something to say, because, I was a part of a Christian group and I was the young preacher, so I should be doing preacher things right now. So she always, trying to get me back to Christ, the stuff. And she put on her Facebook page today that brother in Christ or something was traveling America preaching the truth, and they shut him down because they didn't want to hear the truth. Ain't no need to fight, and ain't no need to going up under her commenting. I'm a man of peace for the last 2 months. I simply unfollowed her on Facebook. Because though this white woman who has been very instrumental in my experiences that I speak about with you all and the way that I think, because I've been able to travel extensively, though she had value as a teenager, she is worthless to me as an adult. Worthless. And if you so caught up, I'm almost, okay, let me just say this real quick and I'm done. If the God you served was that involved in it all, why does it appear he was listening to the prayers of the slave master? What am I saying? I'm not saying don't believe in God. What I'm saying is you better get your head out the clouds and take care of your business and affairs on this earth. For you pray yourself right into a bullet of a mad cop. All right. I'm done. All right. Let's go on commercial. When I come back, I'm going to give some announcements. We'll be right back.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with VTerrillHill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.
All right, thank you so much for rocking with your boy. Hi, this is SafeSpace with VTerrillHill. I come live Tuesday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be notified when I come live, I done paid for the text messages. They're coming out. Text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658. Text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658 to be notified when I come live, okay? If you have enjoyed this platform and you feel in alignment with what I'm saying, you want to bless this platform, if I can get 10 of you to send $10 and help us reach our goal, you have no idea how much that'll be a blessing for me and to me. The Cash App is SafeSpaceVTH. The PayPal and Zelle is info@VTerrillHill.com. And the Venmo is @VTerrillHill. SafeSpaceVTH is the Cash App. PayPal and Zelle is info@VTerrillHill.com. And the Venmo is @VTerrillHill. P.O. Box 221, Winston, North Carolina, 27377. P.O. Box 221, Winston, North Carolina, 27377. Send me something nice. I'll open something nice. I will be on the after show today in the private community. Y'all, we had a ball yesterday. It started off so slow. I should have known something was going to go off. Before we know it, we were talking about pot roast and everything else in between. Y'all missed a time yesterday in the private community. I was in rare form as well. I don't normally share or end our show that part of me, but I did yesterday in the private community. Just want to say that cohort 5 shamed me, guilt shamed me. I don't think that's right. It's my safe space 2 cohort 5. I can talk about my guilty pleasures. Anyway, $2.99 a month, and you can join. Click the Linktree link in the video description box. The video watching now, unless you're on Instagram or Twitch. Search VTerrillHill on Facebook or YouTube for that. If you're watching live, moderators are putting it sparingly in the comments. If you're on your desktop or laptop on YouTube, live or replay, there's a join button up under that video. All right. I will be live at 3 p.m. tomorrow in my private spiritual community, Sacred Space, okay? I teach every Thursday at 3 p.m. I pray every Saturday at 9:30 a.m., both times of Eastern Standard Time. And to join, you can go to www.joinsafespace.com, www.joinsafespace.com. I answer all emails, info@VTerrillHill.com. I'm a little slow, but I will answer them, info@VTerrillHill.com. All right. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. The 50% sale is still on. You guys have been eating that up. It will be on until the 15th. We got 5 more days, 15th of September. And you can sign up for a tarot card reading, the 30-minute product. The 15-minute product and the 1 to 3 questions pre-recorded video is not a part of that 50% off. But if you are looking for a 30-minute reading, all right, a 30-minute reading, you can get it for 50% off by clicking the Linktree link in the video description box of the video you're watching now. Put in the promo code September and you'll get a 50% off. I have been in an extremely prophetic space lately, extremely prophetic space. You would want to go ahead and tap into while the water is troubled. I think it's all these consultations and clients that's keeping me in an empathetic space. And you need empathy to prophesy. If you are hearing any kind of word from a spiritual person without empathy, run. You about to get messed up, you know? And so I believe being in that space of having to hear people's problems and be there for them and hold space for them has opened my eye up, my third eye up in another level, another space, or another whatever you want to call it. So I'm over here wide open. Go ahead and jump in the water while it's troubled, huh? All right. All right. Okay. That's it. All right. I think that's it tonight, guys. I think that's it. What did it say? Wait, did I miss something? They know who the shooter was. So allegedly they found an old white man, and then they said that was not the guy. I do want to say this. We got to be a little careful because everybody's sort of holding their breath to see who it's going to be, because whoever this person is, from a political perspective, if they're black, gay, trans, or a Democrat, then there's one messaging going to go out. If they're white, MAGA, Republican, male, another message is going to go out. Yeah, that's a whole thing. So I don't know why they thought it was the old white man. Another thing is too, like, whoever this person was, they were extremely trained. That was, and I hate that I saw the video, but that was a clean shot. I mean, that was a clean shot. And also that was premeditated. Of course, it was premeditated, but I'm talking about, I don't think this was some kind of, I woke up today mad, so I am going to do it. This is somebody who has scouted that campus, knew exactly where he was going to be set up. They got pictures of him up on, now hold on a second. How they get pictures of him up on the roof but didn't catch him? I mean, but if he planned it properly, the hysteria of it all, everybody's running. But I would like to think the campus had okay, I'm not about to get into this because that's already starting to sound funny to me. Let's see. When VT gets in the vein, the water be trouble. Right. That's real. I'll bet money it wasn't us. I have no doubt in my mind it wasn't us. That never crossed my mind. I'm more concerned of it being some mentally challenged, white, purple head, septum ring, free Palestine weirdo. it never crossed my mind it was a black person. And so for all you black hating blacks, okay, I'm gonna just leave that alone because I think I've done good today. I heard speculation that it was probably a hit song. Oh yeah, it had to be. That was too clean of a shot to be some just madman. That in my, okay, first of all, I'm no analyst. Let me be clear. So I'm just yapping. I'm just commentating now. But the way that looked, that was somebody who they already had my man on their radar. That was not the working of a lone gunman. Okay, Daryl, I can believe that, Daryl. I can believe that. I can believe that. Yeah. I heard about the video. I can't watch. Let me tell you what. So how I saw the video, I Am Human First, I had literally just got through with a tarot card reading. My parents were already live, and I had to text them and tell them I'm ready to be brought up on StreamYard. So right before I did the reading, I got the breaking news notification. So I said, well, let me look over here and see what's going on. I went to Twitter, scroll, and I see it. So if y'all watch Bridging the Gap, I was not in my right mind because I just saw a man get shot, and it wasn't like trickle blood. It was like gallons of blood was flowing out of his neck. It was like the movies. It was like Mortal Kombat. I have never seen that in my life, ever. And you're talking about the guy who's never seen the George Floyd video. I don't watch that kind of stuff. Y'all don't know. I don't have the nerves for that kind of stuff. So I was shook up. Let's see. His daughter was right next to him. This is all so sad. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. Ain't no black man rode up in a Mormon country and bust no shots, unmasked KK. Right. Pull on it. TC Craig, you know what? That never crossed my mind. When I tell y'all I'm so squeamish to stuff like this, I tell you what, I'll pull on it in the after show, TC. I'll pull on it in the after show. A black person in Utah, yeah, right, right. Twitter will show you everything, and everything Twitter has, and we can leave that right there. Definitely not a guy, right? And the ironic part about this, my man was literally, and I said this earlier, he was on his dog whistle. Allegedly, the woman asked him, how many trans individuals have been a part of mass shootings? Charlie Kirk's response, too many. The person says 5. How many mass shootings have happened? And he was saying gang murders are not, because that's where he was going. And right there, gang murders are not. Pow. Art imitates life. That was straight off of a movie. I can't. Yeah, the shorts will get you every time. They automatically play. That's how I saw. Yeah, that's not it. Hey, Sophisticated Nurse Consulting and Coaching LLC. I ain't seen or heard you in a while. I hope you're well. It was sad to watch. It was. Don't watch it. It's horrific. Yeah, don't watch it. They hit his jugular vein. That's what I'm saying. That was a clean. This person had one job, and that was to take that man out. Now, somebody was saying that they felt like they were going for the head, but maybe the wind had. The thing about it is he might have been, never mind, I can't do it. I'm sorry. That was, Trey, if y'all might not be able to know it, but if y'all go back and watch Bridging the Gap, I was out of my mind. I was not well. My mom had a whole worship moment. I'm like, can we go? She was like, y'all can stay. We got to go. I'm like, it's 4:00. We can all go. I was not well at all. That was a shooter that was military trained. Yeah, I agree. Is the National Guard going to be in Utah, though? No, of course not. Of course not. And I like what the governor of Illinois said. He called a spade, in my opinion. I think I bookmarked this. Let me see. Did I? because y'all know I'd be on the Twitters. Maybe I liked it, but basically he blamed it on the rhetoric, and he blamed it directly on Donald Trump. And I agree. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, this stuff cost. Governor J.B. Pritzker said political violence, unfortunately, has ramped up in this country. I think there are people who are fomenting in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it. No lies told. I cannot say this enough, y'all. Rhetoric matters. This internet beef stuff, sooner or later, even this Young Thug stuff, right? In my mind, I know sooner or later, y'all got to dead this or somebody going to be dead. Who ratted on who, and Young Thug doing this tour and all this, the videos been released. It's real funny. TikTok is having a good time, but there's one or two things going to happen. It's going to get deaded or somebody going to be dead. Jaw jacking only goes so far before it slip into real life. Yeah. That young lady on the Charlotte train was hard to watch too. What? I don't know about that one, Recash. I don't know that one. Yep. Skip the Charlotte video. What Charlotte? Hold on. What happened? What happened about the Charlotte thing? You don't make me Google it. Be woke. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Right. Right. An invoice, figuratively speaking at least, an invoice was paid. And for whatever reason, Charlie Kirk's name was on that invoice. Whether you are for him or against him, the universal invoice got submitted today, and payment was due. And when you go around saying it is okay for people to die, literally, for the sake of the Second Amendment. This man literally said, or at least this is what I read that he said, that black women, hold on, I got it saved in my phone. Hold on. Just let's make sure we're clear on this, okay? Oh, hold on. No, I reposted it on Instagram. Hold one. Where to be reposted? Okay, found him. No, sure. Don't get me copyright strip. Here, okay. Charlie Kirk. Black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously. You have to go steal a white person's slot. That was Charlie Kirk on DEI. I'm going to say this again. Charlie Kirk said, as relates to DEI, black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously. You have to go steal a white person's slot. Charlie Kirk was one of the main people parroting that the reason why I think it was a Delta flight crashed was because a black woman was a pilot. That was just this year, I believe. Charlie Kirk, and I quote, I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment. The videos I've seen circulating of him and his rhetoric today, though, my boy, rest well. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to feel sorry for someone like him. They hit him from 200 yards away, shattered his vertebrae, and it hit his jugular. Sharpshooter. Good God. That's so crazy. I had never heard of him until today. Had to watch his videos to get an idea of who. See, Recash, I heard of, I don't know if y'all know it or not. I follow Fox News and their perpetrators on purpose so that I can understand what the other side is saying. So the first breaking news notification I got was HuffPost. The second breaking news notification I got was Fox News. So I know pretty much all of those extreme MAGA players over there, and I go over there and see what they got to say. They knew that jugular would take him out quick. You'll bleed out. LaQuisha, I already knew the man was dead because I saw the video. If you saw that video, there was no chance of him surviving second of a miracle. My son is being deployed to Washington Sunday. He's a Marine turned Army National Guard. Pray for him. And will, Cookie. And will. Lord have mercy. Hey, everyone. I just got here. Someone just, hey, Dr. Creole. How you doing? The white girl killed on a train. Okay, I don't know about that. I don't need nothing else. So I'm going to leave that one alone. I didn't know a white girl had got killed on a train. I would not be surprised if the government is orchestrating these incidents. Now, I did not want to do that. I don't want to be all scandal conspiracy theorist over here. I don't have like a tinfoil hat or nothing, but Jesus Christ. At this point, let's be honest. Can we be honest? Let's be honest. In my most, let me be honest. In my most sincerest opinion, I believe Donald Trump faked that assassination attempt. There is nothing in me at all that believes that really happened. So we have to also consider that not that it was meant for Mr. Kirk to die, but that what would have riled the base up than their little golden child to get grazed? What if this was assassination attempt 2.0? Remind you, now let's talk. Mind you, Epstein files. Okay? Epstein files. Mind you, Congress, if I'm correct, is about one or two more members away. Democratic Congress members are about one or two more seats away from being able to force the release of those files. Washington didn't work. Chicago wasn't working. California didn't work. Washington, D.C., Chicago. Vladimir Putin coming on American soil in Alaska didn't work. What could have worked? Oh, hold on. I forgot I wrapped it around. I can't do my normal walk off. Now, let's just say that's the case. Whether or not they meant for such a horrific display of B613 carrying ons, I don't know. But don't you think for a second, if you believe that that assassination attempt was not real, don't you think for a second that them and theys over there could not have had their hand in this? All right. A white lady got stabbed by a black guy randomly unprovoked. Jesus. You know what? I did see some screenshots going around, but I didn't pay any attention. You don't want to see. Okay, promise you I won't. I would not. Okay, I won't. You're good. VT, you don't want to. Okay, I hear you. I promise y'all I ain't looking at it. I never heard of him until today. Yeah, you got to like sort of be in the trenches a little bit to know who Charlie Kirk is. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. It's rational. Charlie Kirk. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Whew. A Ukrainian woman was unalived by a black man, and yes, and the whites were losing, staying into areas that it shouldn't have. They kept comparing her unaliving to George Floyd. Oh, I did. I don't know how I missed all of that. I did not know how I missed all of that. Amanda Seals is going on. I guarantee. I know she is. I'm pretty sure she is. SafeSpace VTerrillHill. Something wrong with me that I don't feel no way about him. All the preachers are saying he's God's man. I don't feel bad about him, God. No, there's nothing wrong with you. I did a whole monologue before the break about that. I am not going to say anything is wrong with anybody, whether you have empathy or not. I got a little peace. The more and more I got a little peace. The more and more I think about it leaves, but I had a little peace at least. So there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. He also said that if he was on a plane, you know what? Right. I remember, I saw this. If he was on a plane and saw a black pilot, he would question their qualifications. And that's what teeds me off about preachers saying he was God's man. I don't know, man. See, that's not very Christian-like. That's why I can't understand why he's being labeled a Christian martyr. Right. Christian nationalist rhetoric. Right. A Ukrainian woman was stabbed on the bus by a black man who had 14 felony convictions. Jesus Christ. The shooter used a silencer, a 5, what does that say? Hold on. 5.56 round is very loud. You barely heard the shot. You know what, Daryl? One of the bystanders did say that on, I think, Newsmax. She said, we heard a pow, a loud noise. She said, I would think a gunshot would be louder than that, though. No violence movement. Having said that, recall Trump canceled Secret Service detail on Kamala, Fauci, and John Bolton. Just saying. Right. Now, here's the deal. The Secret Service on Kamala, though, I sort of did not really lean into that. I am human first, because it is customary for the current president to extend the vice president's Secret Service detail for 6 months. And then after the 6 months, then they don't really have it anymore. So if I am correct, and y'all please correct me if I'm wrong, Donald Trump had the ability to extend it again, but that is not normal procedure at all. Now, the fact that she was a black woman, I remember when Barack Obama started catching a little more weight. He wasn't even the nominee yet, but he started catching a little more weight. The FBI was picking up all this chatter about assassination attempts. They had to go ahead and beef up his Secret Service detail before he was even the Democratic nominee. He was still fussing and fighting with Hillary Clinton, if I'm correct. But I did read in the book they had to beef it up early. So I think that should have been considered, though, in all fairness. Nothing in me believes that either. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. Y'all know Kirk had kind of turned on Massa because he was calling for the release of the Epstein files. Let me tell y'all this. That's the smoking gun. There's two issues. There are two issues that the Republican Party have, and the Republican Party also encompasses MAGA, all right? Two issues. Israel and Palestine and the Epstein files. Now, quiet as it's kept, it's really one issue because the Epstein files, in my opinion, have some direct ties to Israel for the little knowledge I have, but let's act like that's not the case. These two things will destroy MAGA. Why? Because Donald Trump and his cohorts ran quite a bit of his campaign on the fact that the Democrats was hiding the Epstein files, and that when him and his swamp drainers get in office, one of the first things that they were going to do was release them. Then when it came out that they were not going to release them, Donald Trump then gaslit a lot of them, calling them dumb and stupid and saying they were doing too much. There's a great deal of MAGAs that don't take kind to that. That's number one. Number two is there are a great deal of MAGAs that are pro-Israel, but there's another group inside of them that maybe not be necessarily pro-Israel, but they don't like what's going on in Palestine. I am probably not going to get monetized today. Golly. Anyway, I'm out here now, right? So how, and it's not necessarily Donald Trump, but there's a lot of strong language from pro-Israel folks like Charlie Kirk and the Jews. For example, a Palestinian woman walked up to Charlie Kirk and asked him a question. And she says, I am Palestinian. And he looked her in her face and said, there's no such thing as Palestine. All right. So you got some staunch pro-Israel folks and then some empathetic Palestine genocide going on in Palestine folk. All right. Now you got one more slither, this Ukrainian-Russian war and how Donald Trump is cozying up to Vladimir Putin, who just was caught flying, I think, some drones in Poland, which he's not supposed to be doing. Those three things will be a cancer to the Republican Party, including MAGA, unless something changes. Okay. Y'all know now, quiet as it's kept, I could talk about this all day. This is the side of me that I don't share because I just like it to know this stuff for me. We can chat all day. Anyway, this is definitely beast. Oh, listen. Absolutely, it is Recash. Benta, let me say this. I am going to return your email. I have it. I am going to return it. Hand to God. I'm going to do better with my emails, okay? Hand to God. He's great. Yeah, okay. A black girl was killed by an immigrant. Hi, Zion Z1. I don't think I've seen you up here, but welcome to the group chat. Welcome to the group chat. Let's see. Hey, Taravia, how are you? It's been a while. And by his words, gun violence. Right. Hey, Joanne. Nope, definitely not God's man. Right, Derek. Right. And shout out to the pastors. Because it'd be like this sometimes. It'd be the pastors with the smaller ministries that seem like they got the most sense. Why mega church pastors lose their mind when the church get big? Anyway, let me stop. Shout out to Pastor D and the rest of y'all. What did you think of the rebuke of the altar, flesh or spirit? Joanne, I have no thoughts on that. They wanted me to talk about it yesterday. Not my problem. Not my monkey, not my service. I have nothing to do with that at all. I am not a part of that. That's not where I have nothing. I have nothing. Flesh, personal beef. Singing, I don't feel no ways tired. No monetization. I think I've seen 20. Well, let me tell you what they'll do, Ingrid. They will sit here and let all these ads fly through. And then I'll get a notification sometime around 12 noon tomorrow. Your video cannot be monetized. After y'all done ran all these ads while I'm over here yipping, hipping, and hollering. Right, Recash. That's what happens all the time. I be breaking all the rules and they want to wait till tomorrow to tell me. Where is me? I love talking. Daryl Moore, love Daryl Moore. I love talking politics and weather first. I love when you put your political hat on. Do it more. Okay, Creepy, but I be fussing and I get mad and I start fussing, and then after I leave and get off the show, I be embarrassed. Like, oh my God, I didn't show my whole behind. Oh, but I love it. Right, lose their mind when they get big. No comment, none at all. They lose their minds when the church gets big. So does their ego. Yeah, it shouldn't be that way. But okay, guys, this was a good talk. This is a good talk. I don't know if y'all know it. Hold on. Why you got Google sounding like talking about some you became a monetize. Oh, you're right. Chicken queen. I forgot that man exists. Let me tell y'all something. I know how to forget people that exist so well. Like I have not had a single thought about that guy until you put his name out there. I praise God for separation. Let me tell you this. If people are getting on your nerves more than you want them to get on your nerves, I'm inclined to believe it's your fault. Like, for real, like, after a while, like, if you don't like me and you press play anyway, you just don't like peace. I'm so serious, Recat. I swear to God, I am not being messy. I swear to God. Like, if you be like, I don't like the way he holler, and then click play, and then the first thing you say, there he go hollering, you don't know peace. You don't want no peace. You have no desire to be full of peace. I need you to join Sacred Space so we can add you to prayer list. When I tell you how I did not know how much all of that energy was affecting me, honest to God. Honestly, I did not know how much that was affecting me. When I went on that unfollow spree, it was like my soul was hand to God. I'm being honest. It was like my soul was attaching from all the energy. That's why I ain't been over here doing a whole bunch of fussing and Cano. I'm not connected to it in a most literal kind of way. Yeah, a glutton for punishment. I'm not connected to it. So I literally it was almost as if, because y'all know this is real. There are not everybody, right? This does not apply to everything and everybody, but there are certain specific situations where you need to unfollow them. You need to block them. Now, let me say this. It's not because of them. They were never the problem. It was you. Because let me say this. If they are in your life, that means one thing. You attracted them to you, which means the thing you hate about them sitting right in your belly. So why are you unfollowing? To detach from that likeness so you can deal with it. Not because they get on your nerves and they so mad. Everybody, man, every time I make a friend, they just messy. That's why I don't hang with women, because women are messy. That's why I don't trust niggas. You do know you choosing them, right? Like, I ain't trying to trigger nobody, but if all the man you talk to do you wrong, there's one common denominator in Sugar Puss. That's you. And Sugar Puss can go both ways, men and women. After a while, you got to ask yourself, how does get in my life? What in me attract these dogs? Man, uh-oh. Let me stop. I was about to say something, but y'all don't like when I talk like this, so let me stop. Candace was on Turning Point. I got to see her response. Oh, yeah, because now that's another thing. Candace and Charlie Kirk had beef. And that's when Candace started doing her own thing and created, or whatever her YouTube channel is. But Candace got her start. She didn't necessarily get her start, but she expanded her platform to what it was before she went independent through Charlie Kirk's program. They used to travel together. That's true. I did, and I don't usually go into this unfollowing. I just ignore. However, there was one I had to. I'm trying to tell you. Some of y'all got to learn the difference between a good time and a lifetime partner. There are some people you trying to make a lifetime partner. You just need to go in there and crack backs and then go home. Ask God to forgive you if you need to do that and move on. Leave them at the cracking back category. If you leave them there, you can have a great relationship with them. But every time somebody show you a little love, you got to make them your lifetime lover. And that's where you messing up. They are a great lover. They're not a great lover. They're a great lover, but they're not great at love. There are some people that know how to wax you up and wax you down, but they do not know how to love and communicate. Save their number when you get the little tingles and get lonely. But once you stop tingling, leave and go find somebody to spend the rest of your life with. And be honest with them. You know what? I like you for this. Please be around when I call, but we ain't going out to eat. You know how to itch my scratch, but I need somebody to get a little bit more than that to live with for the rest of my life. Okay. Well, I'm trying to tell you, a good lover for you and not a good lover to you, right? I had to stop curling my hair when I heard crack. I'm trying to tell you, you're probably not going to fall in love with your best backcracker. Leave them at that title. The best backcracker ever. That's it. That's it. But you need somebody to minister to your humanity. Backcracking should not be on the report card. Okay? In other words, what am I saying? You let Mr. the number one eater in your life to be your boyfriend when he was simply just the number one eater. He took me to the nice restaurant. Of course, he liked to eat. He really treated me nice, and we was only dating for 2 weeks, and he sent roses. He was eating. He was a fresh meal. The moment you started bringing that "what are we" energy, girl, that's when he stopped munching. All right. I'm just trying to help somebody. That's the problem. It's not that you choose bad men. You're not categorizing them properly. That's what the good eater said. It was tight, but it was right. It was never supposed to be forever. Tight, but right, but never forever. That's what a lot of these people are. Tight and right, but never forever. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Tight and right, but never forever. All right? And you got to know the difference between tight and right and forever. Wait, I went somewhere else with the number one eater. No, you were right. That's why he was taking you out to eat so that he can go eat. That tactic may work for men. I don't think women should operate that capacity. Yeah, I can't speak for women. I'm sorry. Okay, if you don't know how to compartmentalize, stop. That's the other option. That's the other option. Learn how to hold yourself. Learn how to nurture. Learn how to be there for yourself. But just because he is tight and right, don't mean he's going to be there forever. So if you can't compartmentalize, then don't play the game. The problem is, and I'm saying this from my experience, I was playing the wrong game. I was bringing a butter knife to a war. I had to learn between who was there for a good time and who wanted to be around for a long time, and who was there to waste my time. And I haven't always been the best judge of that. Now I'm a decent judge of it. All right. This is a little relationship advice. Not number one eater. You keep your number one eater on speed dial. Had a long week. It's Friday. Stop at Cheesecake Factory, get your favorite meal. For those of you who drink, get you a little something to drink. You think, but it's sort of early. I ain't really ready to go home. Just star one. Pull up number one eater. WYD. Come on now. You already know. Y'all know what WYD mean. Come on now. What you doing? Nothing, just sitting here, chilling. What's up with you? Oh, you got him. Go feed that person. Get up out that bed, go home, take you a shower, and wake up for Sacred Space, 9:30 in the morning prayer on Saturday, and keep your peace. Word of the Lord. Word of the Lord. All right. Amen. VT with all these food analogies. I'm just trying to help somebody. And the church say, amen. All right. Hold on. What do you say? I don't want to talk about this celebratory statement. Look, y'all don't know what if you was not in the private community, I'm talking about this. I quickly defined this person was not a good time, and this person was not a long time. I found out they were wasting my time. And at that moment, I said, I don't want to talk about this. And I shut my mouth. They was a yap, 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 yap. I just sat there. Oh, so you ignoring me? I said, well, now hold on. I'm not ignoring you. You are not accepting my answer. You're not holding space for me to be an individual right now. So because I know that you're not going to accept my answer, I'm just going to be quiet. Yap, 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 yap. They yap, yap, yap right on out the door. I sat, picked up my phone, scrolled a little bit. I said, go to check the cookout and get me something to eat. I went to cookout, ate, went to sleep, woke up and prayed 6 a.m. in the morning. Huh? I don't want to talk about this right now. If you're not here for a good time or you are not here for a long time, don't waste my time. All right, I'm done. All right, if you want to be notified when I come live, text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658 to be notified. I come live Tuesday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would appreciate if 10 people to give $10 today. CashAPP is SafeSpaceVTH. PayPal, Zelle, info at VTerrillHill.com, and the Venmo is at VTerrillHill. If you send me something nice, I will open something nice. P.O. Box 221, Winston, North Carolina, 27377. P.O. Box 221, Winston, North Carolina, 27377. We're about to go to the private community and have, I will pull some cards. Oh, God. If y'all bring your questions to the private community, I'll pull cards on them. Oh, Lord. It's about to be draining, but I'll do it. All right. So come to the private community. It's $2.99 a month. Click the Linktree link in the video description box of the video you're watching now. Okay. If you're watching live on YouTube, moderators are putting in the live comments. If you're watching live a replay on YouTube, desktop, or laptop, there's a join button up under that video. Twitch and our Instagram, search VTerrillHill, Facebook, or YouTube. Huh? I do pray. I do pray. And I love to pray. I teach and I love to teach. As I was going somewhere today and I was rehearsing to myself why I do what I do. It's important that you do that so you don't forget why you do what you do. And I'm very passionate about what I do, praying and teaching and praying. You can join me in both of those exercises, those tools, every Thursday at 3 p.m. and Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to www.joinsafespace.com. 4-day free trial, $9.99 after that, all right? I answer all emails at info@VTerrillHill.com. VTerrillHill.com. Thank you so much for the gift. I just need 9 of you now, all right? Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. 45 of y'all watching, 43 likes. If you're watching now and haven't liked, do me a favor and like this video, all right? Remember, I'm having a 50% off sale for the 30-minute product of tarot cards. 50% off for 30 minutes, and I will give you the word of the Lord as I understand it to the best of my ability and gift. All right. I appreciate you guys that have signed up this week. You have no idea how much you've blessed me by supporting the platform. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. We'll be in the private community. It's 1047 at 11:05. 11:05 will be in the private community. Let's have a deeper conversation about today. That one was not making pot right. And this particular person, I wasn't making the pot roast. He had to make it. And he wasn't making pot roast, and I had to bounce. That was last night's private community. Thank you guys so much for your support. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I can't wait to see you all again tomorrow at 9:30 for our finale show. Safe Space TV, folks. I will be dropping a fresh off the plate Charlie Kirk video in a more polished version tomorrow at 12 noon. So at 12 noon, we're going to at 12 noon, we're going to do that. Cassandra, I have no idea. I wish somebody would tell me. I have no idea how to send height points. I would have no idea. I do know after the live you can do it, but you got to go to the comments for that. You go to the comments for that after the live. But if you do send, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. All right. Hey, there's a conference coming. Y'all enjoy it. www.impartationconference.com. Love y'all long time. Appreciate you. I'll see you on the other side of this evening, if you're not in the private community.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
SafeSpace, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that SafeSpace has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the SafeSpace private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with VTerrillHill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the SafeSpace universe has to offer.
Safe space.